Like, subscribe, and share to Voices of Linden TV.
Welcome to another edition of the Let's Talk Show. I'm your host, Andrew James, and today I'm pleased to have with us in studio via Zoom, Miss Lisa E. Hamilton, former Mackenzie High School student, year 2006. Ms. Hamilton is a journalist, author. She's also the owner-operator of Reminiscence Bio.
Hi, Mr. James. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Welcome to the show, Miss Hamilton. It's so nice to catch up with you after so many years. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself as it relates to your time at Mackenzie High School, of course?
My name is Lisa Hamilton. I am a journalist. I'm the owner and operator of Reminiscence Bio. I've lived a lot of places in my life. I've lived in Georgetown, Linden, Berbice, elsewhere, but I spent most of my life in Linden. I went to St. Aidan's Primary, and afterwards I went over to Mackenzie High, where I spent some of the best moments of my life there. You know, I remember the years fondly, the wonderful teachers that I had. I remember the school sports. I remember, going to school via boat over the river. That was one of the best periods. Sometimes the boat, would float away, but you still found fun in that. And I graduated from Mackenzie High School, and then I went to study overseas in Jamaica, and I've been back for a few years. And recently I would have launched a business whereby I'm the owner and manager of this company, and I'm here to speak today with Mr. James. And I'm looking forward to talking a bit more about some of the things that I'm working on now.
Very good and very good. Can you tell us how was Mackenzie High School prepare you for the real life of work?
Well, Mackenzie High School, I would say, is not just like any other high school in Guyana. What I think of fondly when I remember Mackenzie High School is not just the academic part of it being the top high school in Linden.
Mm-hmm.
I also remember the type of people that were there and the type of people that molded me. So when I think of Mackenzie High, I think of that spirit, that Linden spirit, where everybody sticks together and everybody holds one head, and you can rely on people. So Mackenzie High School would have instilled in me that form of resilience, preparing me for the real world whereby I'm not only academically prepared, but I have that go-getter spirit. That is why I think when you look around you, you see a lot of folks from Mackenzie High School or from Linden who have exceeded in life, and they're doing great things now. And that's because of the teachers that would have influenced us and the society that we would have been in, whereby everybody wants to work towards this common goal.
Very good. Any teachers you want to shout out?
Well, my class teacher was Miss Vanessa Kisoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of folks know her. She taught me subjects, but she was also our class teacher, and our students or our class had respect for her. I can tell you that we respected her when she spoke, we listened, and she also motivated us a lot. She would have had us at her house a number of times as students, and she was this sort of a mother figure as well as a teacher. So you have to do your schoolwork. When she says do your schoolwork, but you can also lean on her, in times of need. There are other teachers but I don't want to go on listing the names and then you hear I've left out someone. But I also want to shout out Mr. Sir Quincy Cummins, late Sir Quincy Cummins. Everybody knew him from HS, and we're very sorry that he would have passed. And he was also one of the wonderful teachers from MHS that would have left a lasting mark on a lot of us.
Please accept my sympathy and the passing of your beloved teacher, of course. Can you tell us, Ms. Hamilton, about this big project you're working on? To me, it's a big deal, and I hope the same for you. Reminiscence Bio. Tell us a little bit about that project.
Well, Reminiscence Bio is a biography business focused on memorializing the life stories of the ordinary and extraordinary people around us. It was established in August 2020, but we will be launching officially in April. Now, we cater primarily to persons, at or above the pension age, and that's because we find that these folks usually would have lived a full life. They have so many stories to tell. But we also cater to persons who are younger because, there are persons younger who also have stories to tell. So what we provide are print services and video services. In our first two packages, you can get a print services whereby you get a book of your life story from birth to present. And in the premium package, you get that book along with a video summary of your life. And that's what we present to the public as a needed service, not only in Guyana, but other Caribbean countries and around the world. Apart from biographies, our business also caters to group biographies, whereby persons who can't afford any of our packages, they can team up. Like, you and your brother, Mr. James, can team up in one biography, or two sisters, or two cousins, or two friends. And this makes it cheaper for them because they pay the one set price, but they both are featured within the book. We also cater to companies or organizations. There are many folks out there who would have worked a part of a business, given their heart and soul to this business, spent so many years, and the business, they love these people. So they decide that as a part of our package, we want to make it available to this person to have their biography done at Reminiscence Bio. And as we're talking about business, we also make our services available to businesses who have, a strong history. They want to tell we're the Crescent supermarket. I remember that supermarket from Linden.
Yes.
If you want to say, how we started and where we are right now, we can put forward that business history. And finally, for folks who are independent, they may be writing their own story, they're doing something on poetry, anything of the sort. We can provide them with editing services whereby you don't want any mistakes in your book. So we provide that professional service.
Very good. Earlier, you spoke about the importance of preserving history. Why is this so important to you as an individual?
Well, personally, my grandfather on my father's side, I've never met him. He died 4 years before I was born. So the very little that I know about him would be from what my father would have told me. And all of us know that most times we don't have the best of memories. We don't always remember everything in detail. So I
Mm.
know very little about him. So one of the things that drive me behind Reminiscence Bio is helping other folks to preserve their history. Because if my grandfather, if he would have preserved his history, put it in a book or video format, today I would know of him, and I would know of him from his perspective of his life story. So many times people, they're no longer here with us, and who are the persons left behind to tell their stories? Luckily for some of them, it might be their family and friends that they care about, but for some people, it's not the best person left behind to tell your story.
Mm.
So when the time comes and the dust settles and we go back to the dust, think about it. Do you really want your story to be told by somebody who doesn't have the bigger picture, who wouldn't have experienced your struggles, those quiet moments, who wouldn't have experienced your successes? Not everything that we would have achieved, we go out and we tell people, oh, I did this or I did that. But you want at the end of the day to be able to preserve this, to put this in a format so that especially your children and your great grandchildren further down the line can know this was my great grandmother, this was my mother. And that way you're not lost. Your legacy is left behind.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Very, very nice story. In terms of this biography, can you give us, in layman's term, just simplified terms, what are the price points like? And do you have a basic? Do you have a luxury? This is like buying a car. So if I want a BMW, I can get I guess, the basic package. I'm hoping it's the same holds true for this biography that you're offering. Is that so?
Yes, definitely. Well, we have three packages: the
Hmm.
basic, standard, and premium. The
Okay.
basic package, we charge $124,000, and that caters to an interview, a typography book cover, 50 pages maximum, 15 pictures internal, one free book copy, and a yearly update for a fee. In the standard package, it's $165,000. You get the same interview, you get a professional book cover shoot whereby you get a professional photographer to come and take your photograph for the cover, and you might use some of the photos internally. You get 90 pages maximum, 20 pictures maximum, one free book copy, the first update free, and 10% off for two family members. So if two relatives or family members come together and both of them want the standard package that separately, you can save up to $16,500 each. For the premium package, we have the audio interview, but we also do a video interview, whereby at the end of the day, apart from the book, you'd also be getting a video summary of your biography done well, you know, in the form of a story. You get 120 pages maximum, 35 pictures internally, two free book copies, the first update free, and you can get off up to 10% off for two family members, which would see you saving each $2,500. So those are the three packages: basic, standard, and premium.
Very good. So it's the same as buying a car. My question to you, I really like how you explain it very nicely. Dan, you should get into selling cars. You should become a saleswoman.
You never know.
Very good. So just in the interest of folks in the diaspora who's watching this, the big numbers you called a while ago, those are in reference to Ghana dollars, correct?
$10, yes.
All right, very good. So based on what I have here, we're looking at a basic package for 124,000 Ghana dollars, which is the equivalent, I say, about 620 US dollars. A standard package is 165,000 Ghana dollars. Ghana dollars is a lot of money. But in simplified terms, a basic package a standard package can spin you anywhere about 840 US dollars. And the premium luxury package, which I probably will be getting, we're looking at $1,250.
Yes.
Miss Hamilton, just so I get this, and again, my background is not in journalism and this and that. I don't know much about this kind of line of business. So is it fair to say this price that you give, the 620, the 840, and the 1250 is the initial setup fee for this biography? And if I need multiple copies, is it? So I think in your offering you said this: the basic you get one, the standard you get one, the premium you get two. What if I need multiple copies? What if I want to share it with my siblings and my nieces and my ex-girlfriends and my so on?
Well, if you need multiple copies, you're definitely at the right place. When we say one free copy or two free copy, that's on the part of the company that we're giving to you free of cost. But if your friends, your family, or even you yourself, you want more copies, you can purchase that for the basic package for $2,000. For the standard and premium, it's a little bit higher, maybe a $500 extra for both of them. But if you would want a copy, you simply pay that $2,000. Here locally in Guyana, you can get the hard copy physically to you. But if you're overseas, if you're in Canada, in the States, and your family over there would like to read about you, they can purchase that book on Amazon for the same price, converted to US.
Very good. If someone in the diaspora watching this, would they be able to send you a professional picture of themselves?
Yes, they're free to do so. At Reminiscence Bio, we give our clients the helm of things. They can state, you know, what they want their book cover to look like. If they want to use an old photo, they want a professional cover, they want typography, what they want the name of their book to be. We converse and we discuss these things so that it's met to the client's satisfaction.
Very good. Miss Hamilton, one of the reasons why I really fell in love with your concept is because I was just in the process of launching a program entitled Senior Spotlight.
Oh.
And the reason for me, because it's connection to my church and, you know, the head of the seniors department at my local church. And I wanted to preserve something for the seniors that I represent at my church. And that's why I'm so much in love with this concept of this biography that you're offering. I think it'll be a great keepsake for any senior, and I won't even say senior, young guy like myself or our age. I think we should probably get our biography going. I think, you know, or tell our story of our time at Mackenzie High School and so on, and preserve it as an history for the future generation, of course. So for my program that I will be launching soon, which is I think is called Senior Spotlight, I think it'll be a great opportunity for my seniors to give you a shout and you to put together a book or this little biography for them. Do you have a website? And if you don't mind sharing your contact information with us, if you have it at hand.
First of all, congratulations and all the best to your program idea that you plan to do. All the best to that. And yes, we would appreciate the support if you should just direct some of the folks over this side, because I think they too would appreciate preserving their history. And yes, if folks would like to have some more information about us, we have a website. Our website is www.reminiscencebio.com. simple business name. You can find so much more than what I'll be able to tell you today right there on our website.
Okay, and in terms of all the breakdown, your basic, your standard, all that stuff is laid out on the
Yes,
website, I'm guessing.
everything is there, everything and more.
Very good. Miss Hamilton, we just ran up against time, but you know what? You're just a nice little young person doing good work in the community of Linden and for the country of Ghana. I think this is good. I applaud your efforts
Thank
and your undertaking. It's good. It's unique. I think there's a niche market. This is needed, and I applaud you for taking the lead in doing so.
Thank you so
When
much.
you're not working, that little Lisa E. Hamilton, what are you up to when you're not working? Tell us a little bit about what you do in your spare time, if you don't mind sharing with us.
Well, to be honest, as a journalist, all the journalists would know that it's very hard to find spare time as a journalist that's always on the go. But in my spare time, apart from, definitely relaxing like a normal person and watching a few movies or series here and there, I also participate in the Calfis Youth Federation for my church, the Carmel SDA, but it includes two other churches within the district. I'm the public relations officer there. So we have a lot of activities centered around the youths in the church to keep them engaged, whether it's debating competition or something on the spiritual side. I'm very active there. And as you talk about being active and including um, myself in other activities, apart from the aspect of my business that definitely caters to clients, I also want to, as soon as we get started, include a number of Guyanese young people in our business in a form whereby they can learn. For example, our business utilizes the services of outsourced individuals. So we outsource our writers, editors, transcribers, videographers, photographers, etc.
Hmm.
So especially when it comes to the transcribing and writing aspect, we want to, bring in a few young people who have a passion for writing, who
Hmm.
understand the need to preserve their history and teach them, this is how it's done. And as a young business person, I also want to give other young people the opportunity to learn about business. Right now, I'm learning myself because, well, I don't believe that I had the opportunity to learn as much as I could about business in high school or even in college because I didn't study business. But I strongly believe that whether or not you study business, whether you're in arts or science, young people should have that knowledge and that know-how of how to start up their own business, be something for themselves instead of always depending on somebody to feed you. Become your own breadwinner for your family. So my business would create that avenue for young people to come. We'll make it fun. It's not anything hard, and they would learn how they can write and how they can put forward themselves as young entrepreneurs.
Very good. What do you think we can do, Miss Hamilton, as a group or as an organization to influence change in the lives of one current Mackenzie High School student or multiple students at Mackenzie High School?
Well, one of the things I remember from Mackenzie High School, briefly remember it, I believe that there was a period where there were debate competitions or impromptu speaking competitions. Um, at that period in my life, even while in high school, I was a bit shy. I'm still a person that tends to keep to herself, but I was a bit shy back then. But looking back, now with the experiences that I have now, I so wish that I would have participated in that more. So I'm not sure if Mackenzie High School is really pushing it right now. One of the things I would advise them to do is make such avenues available for young people, like these debating competition, impromptu speaking competitions. And what I'm getting at is not only to cater to debating, but an avenue that allows young people to come out and to speak about something that they're passionate about. Like, let's say you bring up any topic, it doesn't have to be about writing or business, anything at all. You would see the passion of that young person, especially if they really care about it. You would see their passion come out. Maybe even open competitions whereby these young people can pitch their business ideas as young as they are. Let them show you what they're passionate about. Let them show you what they're capable of doing. And in forever creating an avenue whereby young people feel as if their ideas, what they think about, it's a safe space for them to express it. And the teachers that are among them, they would, encourage them, maybe even support them. Young people wouldn't just limit themselves to, hey, and nothing is wrong with this, by the way. They won't limit themselves to simply going out to look for a job. And then we have the bigger issue where we don't have enough jobs for young people. young people would also have the frame of mind that, hey, yes, I might want to look for a job, but maybe somewhere along the line, I want to create something, a space for something that doesn't yet exist. If we don't have a lot of young people doing that, then we remain stagnant as a society. We just mark in time. Or do we think all the things that we have today were invented? Somebody saw a need for something and they said, hey, I want to do this. So I think at Mackenzie High, to improve, the batch of students that they keep churning out, to improve on them and what they're able to do, just continue to create that space for expression, and not limited expression for every child, no matter what their interest is. Let them tell you, this is what I like, this is what I want to do. Don't shun them. See how you can nurture them, and you never know what can become of it.
Very nice. Last month we celebrated Women's Month, of course. Any advice you want to give to young girls? Some young girl watching this video. What would you say to that person?
Yes, first of all, not to go so far back, but people still think that women aren't business savvy, if you want to put it that way. Yes, we see a lot of business women around us, and we're very proud and happy to have them, having walked before us, so we can now walk in their footsteps. But there's still a lot of Guyanese that think that women don't belong in business, or they only belong in certain types of business, whether it's cooking or catering. But I believe my encouragement to women would be similarly to the young people, to reach beyond. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this or you can't do that. A lot of things for my own business is in the technical field, like website designing or layout and these things. And mostly you would find men doing these things. But I taught myself these things along the way, and I ensured that I knew it well, so that I could be compared to someone else, and we could perhaps match up on the same scale of doing something and doing it well. So I'd encourage women. We know sometimes we don't feel that we have the amount of support that we want. For many women, especially the single moms, it's not just following your business idea. You also maybe have to look after the kids. You maybe have to cook. Maybe you also have a job. And it can be tough. But similarly to what I would have learned, from my time in Linden, this resilience, and from MHS to go and reach above and beyond, I would encourage them to do the same. Push for it. Make those little sacrifices along the way, and your future self will definitely thank you.
Ms. Lisa E. Hamilton, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Mackenzie High School Alumni Association North American Chapter, I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for being a part of our show. God bless you. God bless your business. And just before we go, can you give us your website for the last time for folks who wanted to check you out and see exactly what you're doing?
Okay, if you'd like to check us out, you can visit www.reminiscencebio.com.
Very good. We'll leave it at there. www.reminiscencebio.com. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay well, and we'll talk soon. Good night.
Very much. Take care.